number one right now. First thing I need to know from somebody, a little review from yesterday. How do I know, because it doesn't say, and it won't say on Monday's test or midterm or the Regents exam, how do I know I need to do this proof indirectly? Why isn't an indirect proof needed on this one? What signals to me it's got to be done indirectly? Cam, how do I know?
Proof statement is not.
Perfect. Proof statement, proof something's not happening. Definitely got to do it indirectly. All right, so we have all our, I'll write them in. Got to be a good role model, I guess. A couple vocab terms in the givens, huh? Scalene and altitude. All right, after the givens, now we have an assumption. What are we going to assume about my diagram? What are we going to assume is true about this diagram? And then we'll talk where'd you get it from. Sophia, what's true about my what's my assumption here? Good, I take my proof statement and I say the opposite of it is true. AE is indeed congruent to CD. And then hopefully that assumption will lead to a contradiction of one of the two givens up here. Here's where it gets a little tougher now. Yesterday, it was pretty easy for us to say, probably going to contradict this given because it's got the not in it. Any given that had the not in it, I was probably going to contradict it. Now, it just says it's scalene and their altitudes. So which one are we going to plan on contradicting here, right? Because it's not an easy choice. What's scalene mean again? How many sides?
Three. Different lengths.
I was going to say 0 sides congruent, right? 3 different lengths, right? 0 sides congruent. How could you contradict that? Show 2 congruent sides, right? That's how we could contradict that. A triangle wouldn't be scalene if it has 2 congruent sides. So that's the one we're going to contradict. We're going to contradict this thing being scalene by saying, hey, somewhere in triangle ABC, there's 2 congruent sides, because that would contradict the statement it's scalene. Good on our goal? Can you get me 2 congruent sides in triangle ABC? If you can, we've contradicted one of the givens. We already know AE is congruent to CD. And what's the deal with the altitudes here? What's the deal with the altitudes again? What do they form? So I can mark my diagram up a little bit. Fiona, what do altitudes do? They form right angles. So where AE meets BC, and where CD meets BA, I have right angles. Guys, how do we usually get 2 congruent sides in this class? Prove what congruent first? Prove triangles congruent, right? If you want sides or angles, you need to prove triangles congruent. Ooh, we have a ton of options here because there are a lot of overlapping triangles. So we're going to have to make a decision. What 2 triangles do we need to prove congruent so I get 2 congruent sides? Remember, I want 2 congruent sides on this triangle, ABC. What 2 triangles am I going to need to prove congruent to get 2 congruent sides here? And remember, I already have AE congruent to CD. Use that. And I'm also have right angles here. I just haven't put them in the diagram yet because I don't want to mark it up until I know the triangles. So can you find me 2 triangles right now that we have a shot at proving congruent? And if we prove them congruent, then I'll have 2 sides by CP/CTC. Can you find them? Because we're going to highlight them here in a second. I don't want to highlight them just yet until we're all in agreement, though. Can you find me 2 triangles based on the assumption and the altitudes that I could possibly prove congruent, and then say if they're congruent, so are the sides of triangle ABC? Because there are 2 sets of triangles. One will get you sides and one will get you angles, but I want to get the sides here of triangle ABC. Think you got a pair? Think we got a pair? That if we prove congruent, you'll have 2 congruent sides in triangle ABC. Sakuras, think you got a pair? Oh, the names of the triangles we're going to try to prove congruent. No sides or parts yet. Okay, I had a feeling people were going to pick these 2 here. Okay, don't highlight. If we prove those congruent, which is possible, If we prove those congruent, would that get me two sides congruent in triangle ABC? It'd get me AC and AC, but wouldn't give me anything congruent to it. So do you see, by proving these two triangles congruent, I wouldn't be able to say get AB or BC congruent. I could get the angles congruent, and that would make it not scaling. I understand that. I don't want to go that route, though. So is everyone all right why I'm not going to pick these two? And I'll tell you another reason why at the end of the proof why I'm staying way, way away from these two. Everyone all right? I don't want these two. They're not going to get me sides. All right. Are there another pair, though, up there that I could prove congruent that would get me sides? Secure, by the way, make sure those are fine. I'll tell you at the end why I'm not a big fan of them. Here we go. Julia got another pair. That could get me two full sides in triangle ABC when I prove them congruent. Okay, AEB. That's got BA in it. Everyone see that's got BA in it? And BDC because it's got BC in it. And let's keep going. Why are also those two triangles good to go? You already have a pair of sides from your assumption, right? AE and CD are sides. And when I put in the altitudes, they form right angles, Fiona said. So that gives me a right angle in each of them. So I already have a pair of angles and a pair of sides before I even do anything else. So that's why I like those two versus the other two. Everyone okay? Okay, so let's get them congruent so I can get the sides congruent. Can we throw the right angles in there? We'll say they're right angles. Angle BDC and angle BEA are right angles. Watch yourself for the reason here. What's the reason going to be? Now, Jalen, what's my reason going to be? Thank you. I don't have any perpendicular lines here, but I do have an altitude. Good work. And then you guys know after I say that they're right angles, you tell me they're congruent. Okay, got a pair of sides and a pair of angles. Thank you, everyone who helped out there. That still leads to another pair, though. They're not congruent yet. I still need a third pair, right? I got a pair of angles, a pair of sides. What else could I use from those two triangles that would officially make them congruent? Let's see anything else that would be true about those two. Dig deep, dig deep, dig deep. Cam?
B congruent to B.
Angle B, everyone see it shared? Full angle right there, angle B. It's in both triangles. Yes, good job, Cam. Okay, we're good there. Okay, so we'll talk about the reason in a second, but for now, can I get the statement down? Can you name one of those triangles to start off for us here? Sophia, name one of those triangles for us. Triangle BDC. All right, we'll work with that one first. And I need somebody else to match her, please. BDC. Let me make sure I can match it. BDC. Okay, I got it. BDC congruent to Cam. Finish it. BAE. Okay, be careful here. If you cannot tell what the method now, also on my diagram, I never marked CD congruent to AE. I didn't want it to get more sloppy. But if you cannot tell what the method is, draw one of those overlapping triangles out. I'll draw out triangle BDC. We got a right angle at D. We got a reflexive angle at B. And then we had CD congruent to AE. So those would be my markings on triangle BDC. Hopefully that helps you out if you were struggling. What's that method going to be then? These two triangles are congruent by, of course. Fun. Oh, all right, let's go, Isabella, just for you. Thank you. It was worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
What's your deal?
Would triangle.
Don't come out the big dog unless you're ready for a fight here.
Would triangle BDC match up with BEA instead of? Oh wait, never mind.
No. We wrote BAE instead of BEA.
Yeah, because it's for like
BDC. So then you have to go.
BEA.
BEA, yeah.
Instead of like BAE.
Why would we go BAE?
That's what we
That's what you said.
That's what.
Oh, did I say that?
I think you wrote it down on the board.
Okay, sorry. So what I said does not match with what I wrote. Is that what you're telling me?
You said the wrong thing and you wrote the wrong.
Yeah.
That's right, though.
No,
That's the wrong one.
You
It's
have
not,
to scroll
it's not
down.
step
That's
6,
the
not
angles.
4.
Where it's the triangle.
Oh, BDC.
B.
It should be BEA. All right, relax there, Riley. All right, this kid. Did you say that, Cam? Because I'm going to start blaming it on him now. Cam, BDC, match it up. BDC and
BEA.
BEA. There we go.
He said the wrong thing. That's why I said the wrong thing.
Don't start blaming it on me. I'll just totally blame it on you. All right, if the triangles are congruent, that means all their parts are congruent, including what two sides? That now makes it not scalene. Natalie, what two sides are now equal? AB is now equal to BC, yes. Little thing we like to call CPCTC. And then now we're like, whoa, how can those two sides be congruent and this triangle be scalene at the same time? The answer is they cannot. That's called a contradiction. And again, what led us to AB being congruent to BC? Our darn assumption. So that's got to be false, right? AE congruent to CD is false. So what's true? AE is not congruent to CD. Assumption led to a contradiction. And again, you got to tell me what steps the contradiction is or where it is. It's always from the givens. I don't know, some of you may have put the givens in step 2 and put your assumption first, but I put it step 1. And then where did you contradict that it wasn't scalene? Step.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're gonna get it. Now we're gonna get on my writing now. You guys are really coming at me today, huh? Anybody else here want to just throw some shade at me right now? Be careful. I'm the king of comebacks. All right, you better have thick skin if you're going to come at me, because I'm going to come at you right back. Anybody else want to throw anything else I got to clean up? Oh, there you go. Lead. Anything else now? You've been waiting all year. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anything else you want to throw out, Max? Anything? Because I know you got that look in your eye.
No.
And he's like, I'm going to light up Carlino right now. Here it is, finally, my chance. Nothing else? Remember, I'm grading your tests on Monday. Just remember that. Anybody else? We're all good? Okay, so here is the deal. Working solo, totally solo today. You're going to do a proof. I want you to check it on your Chromebook. All right, check it on the answer key. If there is anything you are missing or incorrect, you call me over immediately. I do not want you to cross it off and just write what's on the answer key. That does you no good. Or if you get stuck, you're going to call me over. Guys, these are going to be harder. They're going to be harder. If you get stuck, it's no shame to call me over and get a little help. All right, these proofs are going to be a little bit harder than last night.